Okay, this is some newly discovered 8 millimeter silent film. There's my wife entering our house in Newmarket, England. And there were some of our neighbors, and I see we're getting a very poor quality picture. There's my wife in her swimsuit in those days. We had a little central area. There was a nurse from the hospital, apparently. That's the outfits they would wear. And I recall this fellow's name was Peter, and this is one of our neighbors. That was Peter's dog. And there were some of the neighborhood children there. Now it looked like this was the day that Dean Starry, one of our teachers, was leaving for a new assignment in Wiesbaden, as I remember. So there's Dean with the white shirt loading up his Volkswagen. Some of the neighbors and dogs looking around, checking. And there was an English family that lived there too. I think she had a couple of girls. And there's Dean's wife. Dean has since passed away. Now, there was Dean's newest child, as I recall. Mildred was Dean's wife's name. And there's little Mike. There's my wife in blue there, looking on. And there they drive off to Germany. Okay, here's my wife coming out. That was my first car that I had in Europe, which was a black Volkswagen. And there's myself. Never much of an actor, but in those days would smoke a pipe a little bit. And there's my little Volkswagen. We're going to pick up here where we are apparently. There's my wife, my brother-in-law, Bill Kurtz, Sharon Kurtz, going on a trip to, looks like, Segovia, where we can see the aqueduct in the background. There's my mother-in-law, Bill Kurtz, a little bit of the aqueducts again, my wife, her mother, and we're just walking around the town a little bit. And again, the quality is not too good of the film, but interesting. Looking at some of the tourist shots there. Statue. Typical buildings. And there's Bill and Sharon and some of the local town folks. And I think we went to see a castle there somewhere. And yes, I hadn't seen this in a long time. And here we are crossing Dover. I think this is when we were leaving England and going on to our assignment in Seville. There's the White Cliffs of Dover. And we got on board the ship and took us to Calais, I believe. Got off, and then we did a little touring of France. This was 1963. And we went to Normandy. Did a little bit there of the cathedral. And then what we looked at were there's the movie playing there, The Longest Day, it looks like. And then these were the areas behind the beaches of Normandy. And there is actually one of the beaches in which our forces landed the 6th of June, 1944. And there's my wife looking at one of the bunkers and then some of the portable docks. I wasn't much of an actor, but there I am looking for whatever. And this is the visitor centers and one of the docks, and I guess some of the museum-like relics that were left, the town. There's the old postman there, 1963, delivering some mail. And now we're in Madrid, married with children. One of our Christmas celebrations. We would alternate between our house and my brother-in-law's house. There's his father, Santiago, and my wife, and Ana. There am I, drinking some champagne, I guess. And there are some of the children. There's Michael, Susanna, looking at what Christmas Santa Claus brought them. Sonsoles, who's left us also. Ana. Again, the filming today is just so much better than the 8mm films we used to rely on. And there we are out in Euravias when we first moved in there. Ana and Susie. And the house we had. No lawn yet. Hedges. This is really changed. There's Michael on a bicycle there. That's what we sort of wanted in the city. We couldn't do this. So that being out here in the country a little bit was a treat. And there looks like another something, maybe a Christmas Eve, maybe. And we had a little fireplace. Yep, it should be. There's our Christmas stockings there. And we still have that statue, and there's Christmas morning. And there's that. As we change roles here.